Hey stars, welcome to another video. Sounds good? Okay. March 12. So what is that, like 3 weeks? So from this Sunday, 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's 3 weeks pretty much. I haven't posted in a while. Let's just say stuff happened. So I'm gonna try to tell you what stuff happened was, basically. So first things first, I started playing this new game, right? It's called Valorant. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I don't think it's on the channel yet. I played for a bit. I mean, I finished a lot of stuff, really, in my daily course that I wanted to do, the core things. Like I did some reading, edge core, some sleeping cycle fixing. I'm still being nocturnal, mostly, usually. And also there's this thing about walking and a bunch of stuff essentially that helps improve myself. And since I was doing all that fine 3 weeks ago, that was of course oh my god, that sound is just going up to the sky. So I thought it would be a good idea to just reward myself with a game. Great idea. So I start playing Valorant, which is the game I was recommended recently, and then I get addicted, of course. So I tried to reduce it, and I can't tell if the sound is loud, honestly. Yeah, I tried to reduce it, so I mean, I couldn't, so I just played a bit more. And then 3 days later, of course, my calendar told me that on Earth 10 days had in fact passed by, which I didn't understand, but sure, if you get too much into immersion, it's a fun, epic gamer move. Come on, priorities. But after that, I was just like, okay, too much games, let me try to organize myself better. But at that point, I was feeling a bit kind of dark, so I was just like, you know what, let's just try to talk with people. And then at that point, some people that I used to talk with, some that I thought were close to me on Discord, were not exactly. So that led me to feel really, really dangerous for myself and even to my life at that point. It was kind of just depressing. However, I am of course the big brain intellectual logical person, right? So what I did was I just tried to stop for a moment and think about things and stop the chaos and the disorder and bring back order. So I tried to rationalize everything using my unstoppable power of overthinking, and just kept overthinking and tried to solve the problem, which is a bit difficult because thinking alone doesn't work. Interactions and conversations with the relevant people, that's what would solve it. So I tried to first see what the source of my problem was. First of all, I was procrastinating from doing my stuff. Like, this is supposed to be a reward, it's work reward. You can't have just reward, that's not how that works. So there was this internal guilt that I wasn't doing my work. So I thought, okay, what's the problem? I'm not reading? Fine, I'll start reading. The videos? Sure. There's a set of updates, like 2 videos or 2 or 3 called the channel front updates. I'm just thinking it just needs to go out because it shows how the server is now and discusses some things, and they are actually series. They're video series ideas, starting points. They can grow into something else in the future. But for them, I had to actually make it, and I never did. This was part of Nova 21. That's November of last year. It's been 6 months, delayed mostly because of you guys. I mean, in our server, I waited more for people and tried to spend time for them, and that didn't exactly work out. It just created numerous delays and procrastinations. So this time I thought, okay, now that I'm not in Discord for a while, at least I'll do that. So I actually succeeded in doing that, and then I actually succeeded in bringing back most of the cores of the daylight cycle that, you know, I established for myself, like self-discipline and all that. And I managed to bring back a very interesting level of order. I've even did some research into some stuff as well. So I was like, fine, now that this is all back, there's no reason to actually feel terrible, and I can actually go back to making videos and playing games and also doing all of my work in the exact order that I'm supposed to do, that I planned for myself. So I did just that, And I tried to come back to Discord in what I usually call Operation Retard, return to Discord, RETOD, not RETARD, okay? Return to Discord, RETOD. I call it retard, but basically it's generating a lot of responses in the chat to important and significant messages in an orderly manner so that I can have everything handled and that nothing is missed out, because it's really complicated if I try to do it one at a time or whatever. So I try to do it parallelly. And well, after already feeling terrible coming back, what do you think I find in my chat? Chaos, more chaos and more fun, yay. Some of the people whom I considered really close to me, it's kind of like, if you've heard of Julius Caesar's play, like Brutus, you know, his betrayal and all that, it seemed really similar to that. Like, I don't know how they were able to do it. The whole last conspiracy group was on the group, basically. I don't know if this was an April Fool's thing, but I felt really terrible that someone would do such things. And they were making grave accusations and starting a dramatic set of events. A lot of them backstabbed, betrayed. So trust is really a difficult commodity in time right now. Commodity, hold on. Possibility, more like, yeah. It's really hard to trust people after that. And there was a conspiracy, misinformation, attempts at doxxing, a lot of things that we in SC do not allow or accept, largely because of simply, I don't know if they thought I actually died or whatever, but that still doesn't mean you can just do that, right? Like, I felt really, really bad that, okay, this is what it would happen if I was actually gone. Like, wow, that's just unbelievable. So it's really surprising me, because these are the people I talked with almost every day for a long time, like weeks to months, and yet this is what actually happened. Some of them I consider near and dear, but apparently not for them. They just didn't even care. So I was like, fine. Instead of going with my impulse and doing aggressively, I tried to rationalize it once again, and investigated it, and found a lot of them were doing a lot of serious things that, breaking server rules. These rules are not just made by me, they're made by Discord itself. Doxing, misinformation, hatred spreading, and chaos. These are all just, you're just breaking order and peace at that point. And it may be seeming like, oh wow, it's so dramatic, so nice. Really what you're doing is just disrupting order and what is an established peace to many people. So it's an inconvenience to a lot of our members. So I, of course, found the appropriate members guilty and banned them all, as I must, obviously. But what I also found was that demographically, a lot of them were 18 minus. So they were all minors. They were allowed to be on Discord. They're all about 13, but they were still not adults. They were just children, less than 18, almost all of them, who were banned. So that means that, this keeps happening time and again. So I thought, we're considering seriously at this point to make the server 18 plus, and while I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, among the members involved, you could say that some other people who we are suspecting are also removed. So that said, currently we have new vacancies in our positionings. Like, first thing for the channel, of course, is that we won't have an editor after this. So if, this time I'm thinking I should have like a group of people instead of just one person, so that the job is done in a more higher quality, and each of them has to do less, and then collectively we'll have more out of the video itself, so that, I could probably even do near daily videos, or at least alternate days. But I'm not sure, because this is a limiting factor, that how many editors I have and who are they, and how often they're able to work, and to what level. So ideally I'm expecting like 2 days, but I'm not sure. Until then, we'll be going back. Of course, if you see the channel, I mean, it's like, what, 3 videos, hardly 3 videos that we did with an editor. That's just short run unfortunate event. I do actually have more videos planned, but unfortunately that editor isn't here anymore. So we're not gonna be able to edit those videos, that we're gonna do hereon. That's fine though, we can still do World War Z. But on the topic that I was talking about, I just feel really hurt and disturbed by these people and their actions. That you talk with someone and get so close for so long, and how can it not have any value to you that you can just throw it away and go so easily? Like, I know I said I banned them, but still, it's not like I don't have any loss. I of course miss them, but that doesn't mean I can let my impulses or my interests, just basic instinct define what I must do or not. It must be with logic and reason that, of course, we make our choices that are completely rational and good for everyone, not just myself. With that said, they have pretty much forced me to do this and brought this upon themselves. And we're going to consider seriously making SC in all our servers 18 plus, so that, it's happened with AVE 2 before. So I don't think, I'm not sure if I will directly do it in that way because our server first needs to grow, but eventually I think that's what we're aiming for, so that we have like a system. And probably, since I'm not going to be able to trust people, we will dissolve power rules into vast arrays of smaller rules, each of them having smaller power and like responsibility. So instead of having a mod per se, we would have like a chat mod and a call mod or something like that. So someone would look after roles, someone for the chat moderation, someone for VC, stuff like that. I'm not sure if it would work. We would try different things out so that there's decentralization of power amongst the people and there's more people involved, so that less of them cannot just do something, and that these people will be rotated often, so that in a random fashion, so that they cannot collectively decide something harmful unnecessarily, right? And we would find newer people, of course, as well. So the most important update for the server and the channel is that I want to make a lot of updates for the server. Speaking of the server, by the way, all our invite links still work, except the banned people. For them, they won't work anyway. So there's no need to change anything on that front. However, you could join the server, but our gates are currently untethered and kind of broken. This was partly on purpose. The gates are closed so that no new user will be able to verify until we have this situation under control, because we've got intel from our RSSA that there's like people making alt accounts and joining through other accounts, and these accounts are brand new. Like my log is like 3 minutes 20 seconds. Look, we're listed everywhere, I know that, but we're not active anywhere. All the bots for the bump technology is down by the order of how many years now. It's not been used in a really long period of time, like for a really long. These bots are all pretty much either inactive or dead, or their state itself largely unknown. So us having new members that someone decides to just create a Discord account to join, that's just highly unlikely. So most of the new accounts are being insta-banned. So I wouldn't suggest you join now if you're trying to be like a new person. But look at the date of this video. I'm talking right now near April like 3, okay? This is not, I don't know when you're watching, maybe things would be different by then. But right now we're keeping the gates closed. I would like to perform some updates to the server, and the only reason it's not started is because I want to make these videos that I said I made. I want to send them out. Unfortunately, those videos cannot be edited, and I'm trying to find an editor for it so that we can solve it. Once the videos go out, the channel front updates will finish. I'll make some improvements to the channel, and then we'll do the server side updates, which are reforms. Most of the physical text channels that are flooding largely on the side here will be organized better. Some channels which are no longer needed will be archived into the hidden archives that no one can see, and then we will have a better order, and then the gates will be fixed, and the bots will be organized as well, the roles, everything will be fixed once again, and we will have a new order basically. And at that point the server will be ready to accept more members, and we will make another announcement. And by then I will also reactivate the bots and listings, so we would actually have an active influx of members and partnerships and all that stuff, which all of course used to happen 2 years ago and was halted unexpectedly when I disappeared randomly. I tend to do that time and again, okay? Life just comes over. I feel like I'm missing something. The video cannot be edited. What am I missing? You. I was so close to saying it. This is all your fault, guys. Can you even hear the sound? The music at the background? Does it become too negligible? It just suddenly goes down and then suddenly takes up over the skies. That's the issue with the sound. Oh boy. So, I mean, we were all, of course, confused in these dramatic turn of events. People had their doubts, and I tried not to do anything, but the person in question directly messaged me in an edited message saying that, hey, I did all that for fun because I wanted attention. I'm like, bro, seriously? That's a really hurtful thing to say, and I really want this to be over with. The only reason I'm updating you about it even is the fact that there's a change that is affecting the channel directly, that there will not be an editor anymore. And I'm calling out to you guys if any of you would like to edit. I know some of you had expressed interest, and we will be getting in touch with you shortly. If the rest of you want as well, you may let us know in the comments, or we just wait for the future when, like, even right now, even a single editor is fine. If any of the people that's approaching us is accepted, we would have another editor, and I'll send out those videos, and then the server updates will begin, and then, you know, everything will happen as I want it to. At the end of that, I will be able to send uh, open this server for you guys again, and you can join in and ask me if you want or whatever. I don't know when it will happen though. I'm trying to be as fast as possible. I also got to study for my anatomy and doing that a lot recently, as well as, of course, have some fun. Everything should be balanced, and self-control and discipline are important, as is sustainability. So that's the thing. This was a previous order, right? I used to talk to people actively and do a lot of stuff. A lot of that is going to change because I don't know whom to trust anymore. If someone I have interacted with for a long period of time, whom I would consider one of my most trusted people and had, you know, great chances for great things, if they could do something like this, this hurtful to me, even become a danger to my life even, then how could I, like, what is the reasoning behind ever even having to trust people at that point? My interest is in playing games, but also in improving myself in different ways. So there's no, I don't know if I will. We'll see how it goes. I guess time will have to do its thing, do its little magic on me, so that I can go back to some sense of normalcy, if that's even possible. But the reason other than that I'm sharing this is to tell you guys that you are not alone, and this is not really, it's not expected, it's unexpected, right? But it felt like the world is ending or something, like but the world is in fact not ending. It actually doesn't give a fuck. It just keeps going. So if you just calm down and try to rationalize your thoughts and not delay it, because another thing I found is whenever I faced with certain circumstances, you just feel like not dealing with it, and it's the best way to go, but not really. That's not true. It's happened to me myself. It's better if you deal with it faster, even if the consequence or the outcome of it is painful. The pain itself is not as dangerous as the anticipation of the pain. It's like, if you're gonna go through something, once it's over, it's just history. At least you'll think about it, but time will keep healing you. Like, it just keeps getting better after that. But as long as you're anticipating and waiting for it to happen, you're in a state of fear. And that is why they say fear itself is the greatest thing to be feared in the first place, because your fear of pain is more painful than the pain itself, is what I'm saying. So the longer you drag it, the more painful it's going to be. So if you guys want to think about listening to this, just try not to delay things, just deal with them faster. I have appropriately and rationally done what I have to do and removed all these chaotic elements, and I have to teach myself to not trust them, because it's a bit difficult because they were really close, but at the same time it's not as much because of what they've done and what has happened. So we will be building a new era of, I don't know what. Really, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the server anymore, but we'll be growing. So Discord also made some recent updates. I really like Discord, man. I think that's one of the things that keeps it going. Like, it's the best comms pathway ever. Like, anyone can message me in the chat, which they cannot do otherwise. Like, I've closed DMs and stuff. Already I had an issue, as you can see, but it just got worse now, and they've done it to me. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to think if I've finished saying everything. It's been 20 minutes, which means the video is going to be really taking quite a bit to upload, so I'm going to try and stop right about now, hopefully. Let me just recollect everything I said. I told you about what happened. I played Valorant. And then I go off, and then I come back to chaos, which then breaks the cause of itself. Like, it becomes meaningless to even be sad about something that's not real. So I guess that kind of solved it in a way, in a very strange way. It was so bad that it doesn't even matter after that. Like, and then I reorganized my thoughts and ordered it and completed one by one. And again, using work reward methods really help in that. And after I finished, I have once again started restoring everything back to their original native values for all the daily cores. Walking, waking, playing, studying, all the things are going great. The server is the only thing in their disadvantage, and the channel. This is the so-called bridge video that I was delaying for so long because things kept changing and I didn't know what to say. But yeah, now I've said everything I hopefully believe. What you can expect in the channel after this is 2 videos or 3 videos of the channel front updates, which tells you what the server looks like or what the server is. I've actually successfully made them in the time I wasn't even feeling okay, but I managed to do it. See, it's not really impossible. You just have to think about it, organize it, and then execute it. Simple, see? You can do it. All of you can do it in your worst situations as well. You just need to organize yourself better. And if you guys want to talk, you can join the server, like I said, but later probably I'll open it to everyone. For now it's just closed, kinda. The invites still work. You can join and wait until I announce in the game channels that, hey, the reforms are over, reformations are done, you can join in. And what you can expect after those videos is, even though editing is difficult, I don't know if those videos will be edited, by the way. Maybe they'll go out just as it is. If I can't find an editor, we're not going to delay any further. I'll just post them and keep going, because progress is really, really important to me. The next thing is, I think, I'll be making World War Z Extreme videos. Like I said, the Extreme series is incomplete. It was stopped due to exams, so I hope it doesn't happen again. But if I do get the announcement of an exam, I will have to stop. Apart from that, I will try to play Extreme and finish the series that started 6 months ago and stopped abruptly, like in just weeks. The World War Z Extreme videos will come out, and after that, a bunch of series and ideas are there. I'm not sure if editors will be there or not, or what the situation is, but if any of you are interested, be sure and let me know. And I hope that about wraps this video. I cannot think of anything else. I often just close the video and like many hours later I'm like, hey, I should have said this. This is where editing is really useful. You can just say that one line and ask the editor to add it in. But yeah. Or if I had a better device, I'd do it myself, to be honest. But yeah, money is costing like thousands to get dollars to get any good device. And I think that's it. Take care, everyone. Don't worry about things. Everything is just gonna be in the past. Just always remember that. Time is always moving forward. As long as you delay something yourself, it's not going to necessarily stop you. So the good thing for me, I guess, is another perspective to think about this whole mess is just, regardless of how bad and dark and chaotic it was, at least I know that these are the people that weren't really real, and I could at least deal with them accordingly. So I don't need to waste further time on them, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to take any names. I don't really want to even think or care about it. I think we should not give them attention. Like, my goal is my own, and my progress will benefit me, so I should just do what is needful. That's why a lot of times, even in normal days, this doesn't affect me as much as it would have last year because of this new system that I've built with daily course. Everything handles a different aspect. Studying is for something else. Playing is for daily needs, something else. Talking to people has a different time slot allotted, like altogether. I think that's the best way to do it. So you guys should also try organizing yourself better. I'm just trying to make you guys aware, whoever watches at whatever period, because my channel isn't exactly big or growing. It hardly has 140 subs. Probably I lost 2 or 3 now. So what's important is whenever whoever watches, just if you made it this far, I don't know for what reason, or maybe you just clicked in, but just remember that there's always a solution to problems that can be achieved without having to think too dark, because even in the state of that, you could rationalize something. You are not good, like I could say that it's not good to make decisions then, because I had really bad ideas to decide, but at the same time you can try to make some sense of it, and you would be in a better position to solve all the problems individually, because a complex situation at the end of the day is only a series of simple situations put together. So just separate them, solve them individually, collectivize them, execute them, and then bam, you don't have a problem anymore. So there's no need for anything preceding that to even be an issue. Then you can go forward and then just win. So there's always hope, and victory is within our reach. And I hope that that happens. It seems I've been speaking for like 6.5 minutes now, after saying 20 minutes. Great. I'll see you guys in the next video. This video is going to take a whole lot of time to upload, but as you can see, no more edits. Bye bye editor. If you're good to edit, say in comment, whatever, we'll see. Have a good day, everyone. At least I hope you guys have a good day. I am not having a good day at all. But today has been relatively by far the best in the past whole week or so. And it's getting better. So I hope that you can do the same. See you guys another one. Love all. Cheers. Bye. I forgot something. Oh my god. Doesn't matter. Have a good day. Bye. Star out.